Oh, we're live. I'd do that. Hi, folks. How y'all doing? Y'all remember us? We stream D&D sometimes here on the channel. It's rare nowadays. It's really rare. If it wasn't for Seth, it'd be only this show. I mean, hot damn, you can't count on me lately. But I apologize. This life gets in the way, and it's really in the way right now. But we hope everybody is doing well. Really, dog? I'm Duff563, as you know, Lord Praetor here. I have these lovely ladies known as the Hot Toddies above my head here, prepared to rain fire and brimstone down upon me, as they always do when we play. It's therapy for them, not for me so much. But there you go.
You just need therapy when we're done.
I need a lot of therapy. There's no doubt about that. That is a given. But we do what we do. We have got things happening, folks, and like I said, I've multiple times told you, life has gotten in the way with a new major career shift for me, which has impacted the channel and is going to impact the channel for the immediate future. Unfortunately, I don't really see much for me to come above water until the end of the year. So, and what has been laid in my lap with what I'm doing now. But we are not going anywhere. We're just taking the channel back to square one a little bit. There's so much out there offered and for you to watch and view. We'll just partake and enjoy. We'll be back. We'll have some more stuff going on. We've had some questions and comments about other rule sets and things to play and run on the show, and we're going to do that. We promise. Coming up though, and so this group will be playing tonight. And then we were just discussing off screen, we will be off for the next 2 weeks. This group has been going to an on and off schedule anyway. But in 2 weeks, I will be running a show here on the channel for Greyhawk Con that will impact this game. So the lovely ladies will take the night off. And so there you go. Then we'll be back on for 2 weeks in the 1st of October. And then we'll be off because I will be at Gamehole Con. Running the programming out there for Alex Kammer and his crew, along with KC, my business partner for Predators and Rifts, Astral Menagerie. And then the week after that, the witches come back for more wine and witchcraft. We see that we're going to be running it on the 29th. Is that what Mama? I think that's what Mama said.
Correct.
So,
yeah.
And we're doing that to, I will impact our streaming first before I would impact any of the other ladies who stream on their channels and do things. So, unfortunately, that tags us here, but I don't think much of the ladies here are going to complain about it because they're mostly involved, and the other ones who are going to go do their thing and they're enjoying their night off. So there you go.
Halloween.
And Halloween's up, yes. Which means I've got to go decorate. If y'all know, we're one of those, Rachel and I are those obnoxious people who like to fill our yard and house with lots of stuff and piss off all the lovely right-wingers who can't stand Halloween.
Pictures.
You haven't seen it before?
Oh my gosh, do a
Did you
tour.
see it last
Do a
year?
house tour.
It was super cool.
Well, it's the front. I'll post what we did last year. You'll see. I'll post it in here after we're done. We do lots of stuff in the front yard, lights, and then we have ghosts flying through the windows with projection systems and all that. And people drive by all week long taking pictures and laughing and bringing their kids by. And they love it. They absolutely love it. Most of them. There's a few that go, y'all are evil. And we're going to go over to the other side of the street and walk away. And it's like,
well, we don't want you anyway.
oh, it's amazing. I get one a year that always does that. They kind of forgot what Halloween's about. But anyway, so that's kind of our schedule through October, and then we'll reassess here through November, December. I'm thinking, I don't believe any of these ladies have played in any of my Christmas shows. I don't think y'all have. So I've run it. It's been a couple years now, but I've got a couple of modules, little one-shotters that are Christmas-based, themed. And so I'm thinking about running those in Christmas time, and we're going to have giveaways. We'll do Praetors Rejects Christmas giveaways, because I went to ReaperCon, as y'all know, a couple of weeks ago, and I came back with a lot of stuff. Oh man. More stuff than I know what to do with. So we're going to give away a couple of some dragon models, miniatures. We've got a dwarven ruin set that's got dwarves and some ruins, and it's a set. I think I got to go back and look. There's a couple other things that I picked up. I got me a big ship, a big pirate. Oh, it was wonderful. One of their last ones they had, and I got it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I got it. And we got some paints and a wet palette that I've already got, a red grass one. So Reaper's made a nice little cool wet palette, so we're gonna give that away. And I also, even though I owned a pair of the white Steel Series headsets, and I can't wear them because my headsets, they have to move because I got such a lovely big dome with a big brain, smart brain inside, and so the headsets have to be able to go up and down, and that Steel Series set does not. So they released a new set that does go up and down. So I have those. So the white ones I can't wear, and I've only put them on like 4 or 5 times. So yes, they have been on my noggin head, but I'm going to give them away. They're a $300 pair. They're a $300 pair of headphones. So
does that make the value increase or decrease, Duff?
It increases because it's got my skin material on it. Okay?
Yeah.
Your DNA.
My DNA, exactly.
So we could leave that at a crime scene and we can clear.
I wasn't going to say any of that because people are good. I knew exactly what was going to happen. They're going to go, "Ooh, grody, ooh." So yes, so I will show them to you. They're in almost pristine condition. A little dust on them because they sat on my headphone rack for many months because I would love them. They're comfortable, but they would clip right at the ear and pull on my ears, and I couldn't do it. And so the new ones do move and they fit great. I wish they were bigger ear cups. But I wear them pretty much exclusively when I'm doing wireless, and they have the dual batteries and all the fun stuff, just like the Steel Series, the white ones. So I'm happy with those. But these are the best, but they're wired, and sometimes the wire I get pissed off about it. I wish they made some Sennheiser perfect wireless ones like this, and I would buy all of them. So anyway, so that's it for what we're thinking about doing through the end of the year. So we're thinking about bringing, since we really don't have time to do the Halloween games like I have done in the past, and giveaways because of work and all that. So we're going to turn Christmas into giveaway time, and I'll get with TPK Games and get some more stuff from him. We're trying to do stuff other than dice. What I'm trying to do, everybody gives away dice all the time. And yes, I know you can never have enough dice, but I want to do something different. So that's where we're going to do the miniatures. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But look at how nice my dice are.
Those are the orc ones, weren't they? Those are the orc purple ones, right?
These are wow. These are the ones, I don't know what they are, but
yeah, those are the orc. Yeah, they had their script on them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're beautiful. And so I'm so thankful for them.
So he'll send me some more dice, but I was trying to give away other things. So I thought the miniatures, and so they paid us in virtual bucks at ReaperCon, and we just went over to the store, and I just cashed in and started just taking. It was silly amount of money they gave us to work and do the convention, the video for it. So lots of fun. But that's it. So that's the upcoming schedule. We'll have it in Discord, and our social media manager, she'll have to work a little.
You gotta give me something to work with, Duff.
I know. So she's like going, "Hello, check. Oh, check. He's not giving me anything this week. Oh, such a shame. Hello, check." So yes, I know. Trust me.
I like working, but there's nothing to work with.
There's nothing doing, and that's my fault, not hers. So, and yes, Luke Gygax and Gary Con is coming. So we may be taking that over, the social media feeds, and so she's going to be working a lot for GaryCon coming up here in the spring. Let's do introductions, ladies. Say hello to everybody. Y'all know what to do. Tell us what's going on in your life and all the fun stuff, and then we'll get started. Iser, you're up first.
Hey guys, I am Francis. I play Iser Gray. She is an Eastmar Paladin fighter. She's the mama bear of the group. She's had a lot of tragedy in her life and recently, and is kind of going through some changes, some really interesting changes. I also just took a new feat, and I'm really excited to use it as soon as I have the opportunity. I am a mage slayer now.
Yes.
What's going
boy.
on?
Mhm.
I don't really have anything going on online right now. I don't know. I have children.
That's enough.
My kid is selling popcorn. If anybody wants Boy Scout popcorn, that's
Boy
what I
Scout
got. You can
popcorn.
buy it online. He's got his own little shop with his cute little first day of kindergarten picture.
Aw. Put the link in the chat.
Where's the link? Where's the
I
shop
have to
link?
go find it.
Post
I just
the
set
link,
it up
post the
Oh,
link.
bad mommy, bad
Post the
mommy.
link when you find it.
No. I'll find it. I'll put it in chat like right now. Y'all go on.
You do that.
Post the
Maslani.
link.
Hey, I'm Lori. I play Moss. I'm your slightly froggy, congested bard rogue. Duff, we just pointed out that this is episode 69.
I saw.
Thought I'd say
saw.
that out loud.
Yep.
Nice.
Mary had beat me to it. Anyway, I'm
She
Lori.
would.
I play Moss. I'm your friendly neighborhood rogue-ish bard. Let's see. What do? I tattoo in beautiful downtown Golden, Colorado at Faith Tattoo. Come see us there anytime. Other than that, I'm sick. So my brain's a little mushy. Let's see. I run a group called 37 Zombies, and we do wonderful, wonderful events at Gen Con every year. I got about 15-ish GMs that work for me. We run game events, party events, party game events, trivia, all sorts of cool stuff. We do some LARPs. We do all sorts of neat things. So if you are at Gen Con and you're looking for something fun to do that may or may not involve a red solo cup, come down my stuff there as well.
There was talk that someone was going to run something.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Yeah. I want to do that too. And I run Critical Failures on Duff's channel. And I'm thinking like maybe a Thanksgiving-ish game this year.
You tell us when. We're waiting.
Yes.
Book the date,
I'll
'cause
send
we
you
got to
the
start
stuff.
because we have a social media manager who can post about it. They need
that's
postings.
nice.
See.
Yeah. So I run the Critical Failures as well. It's the least rule having games on Duff's channel. And by least rules, I mean there aren't rules. It's just fun.
Major chaos throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Quest.
Hi, I'm Rose. I play Quest, the divination drow wizard. I'm also a little bit croaky today, but we'll get through it. It's the change in seasons. It always does this. But anyway, I go by Ghost Adventures on Twitter and on Twitch. That's Ghost Adventures with a Q, not a G. Oh my god, new episode for Ghost Adventures came out this week. I was so excited. I honestly might just start streaming the show. Because I love it so much. It's ironically like the best thing on TV. Anyway, you can catch me on Tuesdays with the Gamer Goal Gang. Sometimes we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. And then honestly, on the weekends right now, I'm at the Northern California Renaissance Fair. So come check me out. I go by Bramble. That's my Fooly name. And I'll be there for the whole season. So come meet me in person.
There you go. Sorrow.
Oh, that's me. Hey, I'm Fury Fate. I play Sorrow, the teenage tiefling fire terror. I don't know. She was raised by wolves. She doesn't socialize, and apparently her and Quest have some sort of feud that I don't know about. But me as a person, I stream on Twitch at Fury Fate. You can follow me on Twitter, and I announce anytime that I go on live.
Okay, Vix.
Hi guys,
Maybe.
I am Kirsten or Myriad, whatever you want to call me is fine. I stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday normally. I stream video games and art. Trying to get better at streaming art. And I play the high elf cleric / sorcerer Vixera or Vix Vapor Rub. And yes, I am also the social media manager for Praetor's Rejects, as Duff likes to point out and complain about my work ethic. Apparently,
That's not. Oh, yes, I'm teasing her. Because I trust me, I'll get it back tenfold. So you know what? That's the way it works here. I mean, when you're living with Joel, come on now. What do you expect? So, right. Anybody remember what we did 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? How long has it been? It's been
3.
been 3 weeks, folks. We are erratic around here lately. Does anybody remember?
I've it written down.
She has it written down.
Give them a recap real quick.
So at the end of session 67, QB disappeared. And then at the beginning of session 68, QB was still disappeared. So that was a problem for everyone. But
Or
we
just me.
decided that we are going to. I mean, he's family. So we decided that we were going to take the body out of the bag of holding, the body that was Janna. We thought Janna / Marquesa. Jacessa, whatever we were calling her.
Yeah.
And Vix, myself, cast Speak with the Dead to see if there was a soul attached to the body, and we found out there indeed was not a soul attached to the body, which was both reassuring and also concerning at the same time. And it was Drunk Maslani made the connection as we were talking about Marquesa that we knew there was like Marquesa the Black, Marquesa the Blue, Marquesa the Green, and those are all chromatic dragons. Which
Colors.
are, I think,
Mascot
chromatic.
smart.
And those are associated, chromatic or metallic?
No, they're chromatic.
Chromatic.
They're
chromatic. And
Colors
those
of the
are
chromatics.
associated with Tiamat, who is the 5-headed evil goddess of the dragons, the goddess of greed. So that was an exciting revelation for the group, and we're like, oh, great, wonderful, dragon. And then so we're like, well, that's a nice revelation. And then bitch found QB. She's a good little hunter. We went over more of Marquesa's notes, and Quest kept trying to read through some of the notes that were in some language, but there seemed to be some sort of ancient force that was like pushing back against her from deciphering the language. And then we go to sleep?
Mm-hmm.
We went to sleep, and then all of us woke up. Yeah, we all of us woke up, and we found ourselves in a lush forest, in a grove, in clothes that were not our own, with some sort of vine-like designs, and there was a large tree in the middle of the grove with a door that had druidic markings on it, and a man's voice, a familiar voice to us, Hob, called out from inside that said, "About time, we need to talk." And that was where we ended.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah, I'm going to see, where is...
I am shocked that Sorrow didn't immediately just start burning the giant tree in the middle of the forest.
Hey, I haven't had a chance to react yet, okay?
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's coming. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Spoiler alert.
Really? You would do that? That's mean.
I'm sorry. I'm not a tree-hugging druid.
Oh my god. Yeah, pretty much. Where is Fantasy Grounds Unity data? I should have done this, but you would have thought this would have been smart, but I didn't. So let's see. So what you're
what
looking...
are we doing?
I'm getting ready to show you something. So what I hadn't done is come in and images. You would have thought I would have shown you what the tree looks like that you're standing before, but I didn't, and so I have to do that. And what is there? It is. So create image record, and it looks something like, what the hell? Oh, that's it. Okay, here we go. Sharing. Bloop.
Oh, that's a pretty tree.
It's real cool.
And you can zoom in on it because it's making it bring it in so people can see it for the show.
Wait, can we just like kick out whoever lives in there and live in it? I kind of like it.
Yes.
Well, that would be the druids.
Forget about,
that would be the
forget about
druids'
this
den.
ancient horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just live in the tree.
We'll live in the tree. We give it all up.
It feels like you're inviting a curse upon your family. Like just your lineage.
I don't have a
is now
family.
cursed.
I'm fine.
Licensed
Ruby
by
is
the
not
druids'
a
den, legally licensed. So this picture is legit.
Oh, cool.
Yes, that is our business website card picture. That is the druids'
I
den.
want to live there though.
Isn't it cool? Yep. But yeah, that's what you're standing before. So yeah, so the recap so you all the discussion happened about the colors and the possibilities and all that were brought up, and except there was one kink I think in the color scheme and all that is there you were trying to match up the colors, but gold kind of threw y'all for a loop because there is no gold in Tiamat because a gold dragon is actually a good dragon. But you do know that you had colors for Marquesa, black, red, you'd sing green, and you'd sing
Green.
gold.
Yeah.
So you're trying to figure that out. You haven't had that discrepancy. But then yes, in the discussion and as Moss, she had her epiphany when that was happening after finding her QB. And the rest of y'all were trying to deal with the soulless body. And I think y'all went ahead and buried it, didn't you? Because you're still moving. You were still going to go up to the forest to bury. Y'all were still going to go bury Tim in the forest, right? In Sus Forest.
Mm-hmm. That was the plan.
Yeah, that was the plan. So they're still headed that way. And then yes, Quest was prying around with the notes and the documents and things that you had removed from Marquesa's lair, and we're coming across runes. God, I say that all the time. And markings and writing that could not decipher. And when casting read languages and all that, got a blue screen of death. Then couldn't understand why you couldn't read this language because it turned out that the explanation is that it's a language of the ancient gods, even before these gods of this world, and all a language long lost, unknown, and protected. And then as you were trying to scry, then it was, well, now they're going to turn their anger toward Hob to get their wagon back. And she has scried him a couple of times, moving from the Finral into actually sitting in a meeting with the gladiator.
Ren.
Ren. God, I can't believe I brain farted there. Sorry, Manny. Then sending a message to kill the dude, and when Ren bolts, all of a sudden there's a flash of movement, and then there's the connection was cut. Lost that deal. I don't understand what happened there. And then when she did another scrying, she was told, "Stop bugging me. Mind your own business. We'll talk later." And Hob somehow was seen right back to Quest and got the connection. So that's kind of what the mystery surrounding all that. And so, after the discussion of the dragons, you went to sleep, all to also then find yourselves, very surprisingly, walking through a lush green forest. The sounds of a very active forest is about you, with birds and the animals and all the sounds and the smells. And then as you cleared your way through the haze and always the trope of the fog and all that you can't see, and you got to wade your way through there, before you was this big tree with the beam of light shining down on the front door, just like you see. So pretty. And trying to peer inside, the door kind of cracked open a little bit, and you heard a man's voice invite you in. It is time. We need to talk. And that's where we cut. So that's where we pick up the action. And all 5 of you find yourselves in all about the same clothes, not the clothes that you're normally used to wearing, more like some dark greens and light greens, colors of greens and all that over, smocks, robes, what you would envision yourself being, if you were something a very casual, warm, inviting environment, all slightly different, for each and every one of you, what you would be wearing. Even could be green fur, Sorrow, but would be fake fur because you don't think you'd be killing anything here. And yes, you even tried to use your magic and all that, and you get no reading whatsoever. You get no response to your magic. None whatsoever. You get a chuckle when y'all do that, trying to feel it out and all that. You get a chuckle from inside the door. Little ones, they never learn and never listen. One day, maybe.
I open the door.
You can open the door. And it's like Harry Potter's tent from the Goblet of Fire and all that. Isn't it the Goblet of Fire? No, one the Goblet of Fire. It was what was the one where they go and they had the Quidditch.
Goblet of Fire.
It was a Goblet of Fire, wasn't it? Yeah, So you walk in, basically you look in the door and you see this, kitchen area and a living room, more room that would fit into this tree. And, and the smell of a thick soup, wafts through you of a vegetable soup. You can smell, there's, lush couch, nice woven chairs before you. And you then see this man comes from around the back of the door somewhat, and he is dressed in some of the same materials which y'all are seeing on yourselves and all that. And it looks like a younger version of a hob, not the grizzled, gnarly hunter man, more, he's definitely young, a little bit longer hair, but y'all can make me perception rolls.
Is it Hobbs's?
No, make me actually not perception. Make those insight.
Hob if he stopped aging at 20.
Somewhat. So,
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Why did you get
What
What's the disadvantage?
I don't know.
Yeah,
What
I
the
have
hell?
no idea why.
You're intoxicated.
She's still drunk, I think.
Hold on, she's intoxicated. Yeah, that's right. So that would be off of you here. Yeah. So yeah, Moss got really intoxicated. Because then you had to fight. Didn't we have a little fight afterwards, or maybe that was? I don't remember what it was.
You had to fight drunk.
That's right. So anyway, quest. Yeah. So y'all gonna notice that though this presents somewhat of a man, but there is a best way I can explain it is the sexuality of this person is not set. I don't know how to say that properly because I don't know the terms.
They're very like fluid. Like
there's a fluidity to them. Yes, there very much is. Is that this
gender fluid?
Gender fluid, but
androgynous.
Androgynous is more. The term is overused somewhat, but you don't. Yeah, you could see what looks like a hob in this face, but is it a male or female? That you don't know. So.
Oh, this is feeling very fae-ish then.
Okay.
Some fae BS.
But it is more of a gender shifter. Yeah, not really shifting there, but the voice is more of a hobbish. You get the feeling is that it's because you're familiar with that voice. And that's why it was chosen, but it's but they step aside from the door and motion you all. Yeah, Bowie's actually gets a pretty good call. Someone that you kind of bit between the two, especially if Bowie's got his makeup on at the time, doing a little,
It's got warm in here.
Starman,
got a little shirt, like,
open up. Well, I've done
open.
that before with the flowing, the Harlequin guys, in the pits and all that, and the girls got tired of that after a few flowing their open chest, the shirts. Yeah, I had that all done already, and then we killed him, cut his head off or whatever. So,
I still have his finger.
I'm sure
exactly. Anyway, so they motion for you to enter to a nice table. There's fairly nice seats there. It's clean. It's air's fresh. There's nothing. You're not sensing anything out of place of danger or anything like that. There's a tranquil calmness that has come about you that some of y'all may not are used to, especially someone like a Sorrow. It's like, whoa. But for you, it would feel like a mama's den, a wolf den. That's how you would feel when you would go into there. But you don't see furs. You don't see, these are woven tufts of moss or like little seat for the seat cushions. Definitely druid, but druidic in nature. There's a table. Oh, and that's what they're motioning for you to sit to.
Seeing as how I realize I don't have use of my powers right now, I will go and sit at the table.
They tell you won't need your powers. You're all but in a dream at the moment anyway. So your powers are useless here. But your bodies are where you're asleep are okay and will be guarded while you visit with me here, that I promise.
So I start pinching myself. Do I feel anything?
You feel pain? Yeah. Yes, you feel. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
All right. Just wondering.
Yep.
Do we have like a dream powers or something like that? Is there like, can we start flying?
You want to try to jump and fly?
Yes.
right there in the room, or did you want to try to get up on the steps there and jump?
I'm not jumping off of anything. I just want to see if I can fly.
You jump and you roll me a d6.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh, well, you would have taken 6 points of damage because you jump up and you hit your head right in the doorway. It was a little bit, you weren't quite out of the doorway, and then you fall back down to the ground, and they look at you, and he kind of scratches the scratch behind the ear, and
I'm not that tall.
Really? Really? Reach down to pick you up. Yeah. You don't fly. No. Yeah, you're not going to fly here.
Do I have like my cloak and stuff still?
No, you have no
green.
It is.
Oh, I'm so exposed then.
Yeah, you don't. But you don't feel that way though. But your underlying feature though, you react to that. I'll give you that reaction there, but then you go, "Well, that's kind of stupid." There's no, even the sunlight doesn't hurt you. That's coming in through the overhead little patches of windows, and the sunlight. It wasn't affecting you for some reason. You weren't squinting your eyes.
Well, everyone's gonna see that I have bad posture, and then I'm like under my cloak all the time, just doing this. Like
you're trying to, but no, it doesn't seem to take effect here. He kind of giggles. No, you won't. You don't. That is not necessary here. Please, we don't have much time, because time is of essence, don't you think? And a factor. It is still going. It is still ticking, as y'all would say in your reality. But for the moment, I have you here. We must talk. More is happening than I myself and my family is aware of. We need to set a course of action. You've struck a nerve with the Marquesa, and I think we must be quick with this next strike.
You said your family.
Go sit down.
Yes. I am what you call, I hate using the word gods, but we are
deities?
Young yes, we yes, but change is always violent, sometimes unexpected, but we are, young deities. I'm a young deity of some note. My name Hob will work for you. You have met my physical form as I was tracking and watching y'all from afar. But the best way to is, yes, there is my family. The younger deities are quite, shall we say, upset with the elders, and some of their machinations to try to change things, to try to hold on to power. This talk of was eavesdropping when y'all were what precipitated or this meeting was this Tiamat. The name for some reason is like whispers in the back of my mind, as you would call it, but I don't know. Please explain what it is you meant. And he's looking at the three of y'all that are from the Sword Coast. Quest and Sorrow have no idea what this is or who Tiamat is. But the other three of y'all, he looks they. And I'm sorry I keep using he because that's on me, but it's a they. But
if someone's like gender fluid, they can use different pronouns. So they could be a she.
It's just
he,
me because
they.
that's what I'm used to saying. Yeah. And but the presentation to you is more on the masculine side than the feminine side. But y'all all sense that there is a fluidity to this person that's in front of you, no doubt. So,
Vixel explained to him who Tiamat is and the power that Tiamat holds back in Faerun.
That would explain that conversation, and they point out, listening to that the colors were what you hit upon, and we were trying to understand what that meant also. But if you're true, then it's thinking, coloring the black, but the gold, what you were talking about, and it looks, you bring that up, that you talk about the gold difference in the color, and that there's a white dragon, and he goes, well, in some circles of culture here, there is only a gold known as white gold, and that might be the discussion that the coloring and all that. Some of those more in the underground faith, the dwarven, doesn't, looks to Quest and all that, though gold is gold to some, but there are deep veins, deeper in the crust and the mantle of this planet that are more white in color than they are of what you would call a burnished gold. So that could very well explain the discrepancy there. But the question is getting, if that is true, that this power is crossing over into this reality, that does not bode well, because those crossings are two-way paths. And so the doorway has to be open on both sides to allow the energies and the thoughts and what you would determine and deem as magic to flow through. This I need to ponder more. That would explain, though, where she is getting help and doing the things that she is doing, and the information that you have. And he looks to Quest, that you have back, in your pouch on your person, the spells, the writing and all that. He will explain to you, yes, that is the language of what they call the pre-existent gods, those who were active before the dawn of time and the creation of the universe, basically through their fighting, through their pursuits of power on their own, whereas what created their energies created this universe, or universes, we should say. And think of it in multiple timelines, the multiverse, so to speak. But
so they're like primordial gods.
Yeah, primordial to some degree. Yeah, I mean, they had their fighting and all that basically abolished or basically destroyed their realities and worlds and started these new timelines. But they were never fully destroyed because their energies are cascading and moving through all the things that are part of this creation. But with the loss of their worlds and their believers, their sects, all those that, gave them power through their prayer or incantations of magic, whatever you may call that, their forces, their, powers faded over the millennia, giving rise to new gods and splinter factions, basically splintering out over some of the other, what would you call the multiverses, other dimensions. And what may be good here could very well be bad elsewhere, or as I'm understanding, what is good in one place could be the exact opposite and bad here now. And what she has before her, what she has in those documents, that is an abomination, which we have to stop. That, that language, those powers cannot be allowed to exist in this world. And so he's looking at you, Quest, and he looks at you and understanding that knowledge you may think is power, but we would very much request that you turn that over to us.
I have a couple questions first. First off, knowledge is power. I'm sorry. I probably should have not disagree with a demigod or whatever you are, but it is power. That is how this works. But how does one person get a hold of primordial notes in the first place? That seems like
fair question. That is the answer that I will put before my family. Me thinking that some of the higher gods, someone's not playing fair and has reached across several dimensions. This is only in how one way that the Tiamat, who would be a major god of your, looks to their world, is allowed passage or allowed, to, meld, do, things here, bring essences over here, to this dimension when that is not supposed to be, that is not allowed, and is prohibited. And those spells, those words that you have are part of the processes that allow that. And they are heavily guarded, and they are, kept out of the hands of most mere mortals and of most of the gods for a reason. Well,
is there someone you suspect you have?
Well, that is, yeah. Do we suspect someone in this realm? So he's going to mention the Earth Dragon. He's going to talk about that the cultists have been constructing these monoliths under the earth, with their center point under the mountain, Mount Drakens. What's the mountain name? Pomars. 1 second. Mount Drakenpoof. So basically, it's a inactive volcano. But y'all have, on time and time have felt it. There's been tremors, there's been earthquakes, there have been, certain things what they have thought that the Earth Dragon was, coming out of his deep slumber. But there could very well be their cultists have been creating these monoliths. So
that's what the monoliths are. Okay, we started touring them. We thought they were just kind of cool buildings, although people would go in and never come out.
Yeah,
it's a little strange.
Well, when then Ren, y'all collapsed one. Their group collapsed one under, and that that was highly unsuspected. What was happening there. That was a surprise to everyone involved that they would be that careless in allowing that to come under attack and be destroyed. So that has set back their plans some degree, but time is on their side with this, and it will not take them much longer to recreate those points of power, to focus their energies here to the mountain to release or bring back the Earth Dragon who was banished. That could very well be, and Tiamat could be involved somehow coming across, but giving those powers to an elf woman, even of her intellect and tenacity, is why y'all were brought here. He looks to the three, and all of you, even you, to Sorrow and to Quest, though your gods and though your beliefs and all that though we don't normally tamper with those directly, in this instance we have, because we have basically some of these issues have to be resolved through mortal touch, not the touch of the gods. And yes,
I have a question for the rest of the group, the people who are not from here specifically. Do you know if Tiamat was alive or if she died in your world?
Isn't she dead in our world?
There was if a god, so you say a god's physical form or those forms which you believe what they take in certain aspects, those can die, but as long as there are believers, there are those who follow their way. Those are their lifelines back to be in reality. And
was she not? I'm not sure when this takes place, but this would tie in with Ren's character as well.
Mm-hmm.
Was she not trying to break out of the 9 hells?
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all know it back from then. You could run all the different modules and stuff that they've done with Tiamat and all that, so, and, from our instance and all that, is Tiamat is still a force to be reckoned with in the Sword Coast region. And so, and he will relate to you that, yes, we have even some of the primordial gods, some of the higher, level deities of in this realm of any realm, as long as there are believers, and those even down to a single person, that is enough power for them to cling on to survive and ride the waves of time, and to gather those forces slowly but surely, incrementally, at slow, painful movements to y'all would seem like, decades, thousands of years just to make a single push of one grain of sand. But for God, that's nothing. And what we're dealing with now, is the twofold, coming from one front that we, as my younger family, will take care of, and we'll have to deal with. But what's dealing with in front of y'all right now in the physical world this dimension is the Marquesa. And you have stung her quite well, I will say. You're one of the closest so far groups as has gotten to her. And the evil that she is, creating and putting upon this world. And we can give hints, we can clues, we cannot track her down specifically, which I believe is interference that's coming from whoever is helping her, knowing that we know that they are afoot now, which is going to make this hunt even that much more dangerous and that much more difficult. But I can provide you with clues or hint, basically the next steps to take to see what you can find, keep you on the trail to proceed to vanquish this evil has got to be dealt with.
This hunt,
which is what it is,
as you so charmingly put it, has already cost us the life and quite possibly the soul of one of our friends. What are you going to do about that?
There's nothing we can do about it. That is on you. If there is a soul to even save, we can't I cannot touch. I'm not allowed to. You'll have to find out. And I don't be surprised if more die from this. Death is always a possibility.
So what exactly are you like a god of besides stealing horses?
And where's our goddamn wagon?
Oh, the wagon is in your wagon is wagons, and you'll find it in Finral. Yes, it is still there. It's in a shed. It is in a barn shed, covered up. I needed to take it away from you so that you would get. It got to be in a day. Hey now, yes, to get get you back focused on the true, the true task at hand, of to take this task seriously, and you didn't need a wagon, a posh wagon.
We always
you would have been. Wagon. You would stand out like a sore thumb. Those looking for you, and look, we were correct on our assessment. You were very successful in getting into the compound and getting to one of her major laboratories. And there is still hope for your friend. There's always hope. But what can we do? We cannot bring back life. That is not allowed. From our standpoint. Magics. There are some magics and abilities to do that with some of the gods, but there is a cost for it, as always. And I would say that if you were concerned about your friend, finish this given mission of utmost importance must be completed.
Aisha looks at Vix. What good are the gods anyway?
We're like lawyers. Necessary evil.
Just wondering if someone else was going to bring someone back from the dead. Is that like punishable by the gods, or is that like would you give us a free pass? Like,
say that again. I didn't buy that. Say it again.
I was saying if someone were to perform necromantic acts, perhaps in switching souls into slightly inhibited bodies, is that like punishable by the gods, or
in most cases it is. What Marquesa is doing is an abomination to the essence of life and death, the balance that has been so paramount for these realities. There must be a balance there between night and day, light and dark. And that balance has been tipped heavily into the dark. But for us, for whatever reason, whichever primordial God, whatever is providing that protection, we are unable to penetrate at this time. That's why we need beings such as yourselves to get closer and to get in there to create the confusion, to create, to put a stop to these actions, so that that protection that is being provided can be circumvented, actually be brought. Those who and what is providing this can be brought to our own panel of judgment, most certainly, and banishment.
Okay, but what if someone was, for instance, to try and reverse this action, these evil actions that are so bad and dangerous, but they were only doing it to reverse what
no, would not be allowed. If you're trying to justify the use of the spells and the use of the magics that you have before you, not that it would bring me any, joy to say this and all that, but we would put a stop to it. You would give us no choice.
So only Marquesa has this ability because she's being protected by one of the other gods?
Yes, that is what's happening. Yes.
What's the punishment for doing something like that?
If it's brought before the primordials and all that, they are the only ones that can actually wink out something of existence. It is an abomination against the laws of nature to, snap out of existence of the essence of a timeline, a soul, the energies of whatever that is of creation. They have the only abilities to do that. And it is what we have is an abomination of that somewhere that is running amok. But hopefully with your actions, we can pinpoint who and what is involved with this to stop it. And the punishment is the snap.
Is that before or after the actions are already completed? Just wondering.
I'm not sure what you're asking. What are you trying to get to?
I'm saying if someone were to switch someone else's soul into a different body, would
what she's done
happen before?
What you think has happened? Well, if it's are you asking, can we put a stop to what has happened already? No.
I'm asking if someone were trying to reverse this sort of thing, would you?
Yes, we would stop it. Yes, we would. It's once again, it is an abomination of the physical timelines that was created.
Aisha is just standing there, and you can see her teeth are grinding, and her eyes are starting to turn black.
Well, they want to turn black, but he's
Isra.
You're in a dream state. So you're trying, you feel and all that. You may be thinking that you're doing all that, but to everybody else, you just look normal. Isra.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's
I hear Isra's fucking teeth grinding against each other, and I'm gonna put a hand on her arm, and I'm gonna look at Hob and be like, would it not be your responsibility to reverse the outcome of that situation, given it was your failing that caused it?
It was not our failings, the lesser gods. But I'm going to tell you again. So I'm not going to. So he's going to say, I'm not going to.
Responsibility.
No, he said, I'm not going to blame.
Our fault that we have to now fix this problem but it's not your responsibility because it's not actually your problem.
No. I've used the wrong words there. So we will take responsibility for the usurp of the power once it is revealed who is causing this and how it is happening across the dimensions. That we will take responsibility for. But what has happened here on the physical plane in this realm, we need why y'all were brought here either through prayer or calling from your gods, or even some manipulation on our parts for the betterment and for the for the best that happens in this world. Y'all were brought to this spot. You were chosen, like it or not. Now you can walk away. Fine. Yep. That you have a free choice. We still have free choice in some of this. What is that question? Sorry.
When you say manipulations, are you referring to Tem being lost and my sister being dead?
That's not me. That would be a what's the word I'm looking for? A byproduct of what has happened. Unforeseen. Yeah.
Chaos.
It's basically a butterfly, batted its wings, and you see he uses the word, another country somewhere, and it caused someone to die over here. That is just the way of nature and of the physical realm. And what happened, was unforeseen.
So you are indirectly responsible for it. That's what you're saying to me.
Everybody is indirectly or directly responsible.
The thing is, there's a difference between gods and men. And when you meddle in the matters of men, you are not the ones who suffer.
Yeah, but that's true. But you were given powers that were from the gods. And what do you do with them sometimes? That which is, both good and bad. So do not lecture me about what we can and can't do. We have a problem before us right now. And the question is whether or not you have it and within you to deal with this madness that is occurring. Free choice. If it's not you, we'll find somebody else.
So what's in it for us
since we've gotten here?
You've done quite well in some aspects, but you've had setbacks without a doubt. But isn't that going to be life anyway? We can't determine what's going to happen tomorrow. We can only prepare for it and deal with the circumstances once they are there. What's that in Moss? If you asked the question, what is it in for us?
What's in it for us? And if you're putting us on this great quest, like, you're gonna give us anything to help ourselves? Like, I don't know, some magical items, maybe a headband of intelligence.
You had to know it was coming. You had to know it was coming from Moss.
Like, give us the upper hand here, man. Like.
And you lecture, and he looks to Quest, and you lecture me about our failings, and yet your companion here wants physical payments for something that deep down she knows that she needs to handle. It needs to be handled.
It's not that I want physical payments. I just want an advantage when I go up against this.
He snaps his finger. He snaps his finger, and y'all are all back at your campfire.
Oh, that motherfucker! I hate this man.
Trying to get us some
I hate Tom.
Items. Sorry.
Hey, and you all, all wake
is this
up.
When we all shift alignments and join the other team?
Yeah.
Because I'm all for that. Yeah, fuck this guy.
I'm gonna go kick a bush.
I'm gonna look at Izra and be like, the gods really are useless, aren't they?
Hey, that's why I don't pray to anyone, because they're stupid.
I'd like to speak to Macabre now.
Yeah,
who?
I'm with you.
Bacab. My God.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
who
Sorry.
this guy is, but get him out of here.
Do you know what I worship? That bottle in my bag.
Yeah,
And then
that's the first thing she
porcelain
goes
god
for.
when I'm done.
I'm gonna be
Rich-
honest, Moss. You drinking actually probably was the most useful out of any god that we ever spoke to during this entire campaign. So
There you go. Gods are useless. Drunk Moss for president 2024.
Isra is nodding. Her eyes are black.
She's going goth.
She's going goth. I'm going to I'm gonna put a hand on Isra's forehead. And just I'm gonna cast message. Just like my hand is very cold. I'm just a very cold person. I'm gonna put my hand on her forehead and cast message. And just say I understand your frustrations. It's okay.
I don't care what he said. You hear back. We're gonna get Quest an opportunity to reverse this and damn the consequences.
You know what we should do?
Viva la revolution.
I'm gonna say this out loud. You know what we should do? We should become gods ourselves. It can't be that hard.
Well,
I
obviously,
mean, yeah, literally. If those guys
look
could
at that
do
guy.
it, like, pumps.
Dude, I could be like the god of gelatinous cubes. I could lead the
Oh my God.
cubes.
The mother.
There's not a god
the
for that yet,
mother
I don't
ooze.
think. I bet you could do it.
You could probably just say that you are, and most people will respect that. No one's going to be
I
like,
am the
no,
mother of
you are not
gelatinous
the god of
cubes. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I am the god of gelatinous cubes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Who's
play
going
that
to
the rest of the
debate
game.
you?
A cube.
Oh, it's more. Wait, and y'all are waking up. It is morning time. Yes, a fresh day before
You
you.
get a full rest.
Oh, I already gave it to you.
Yippee!
I'm gonna go pee on a bush.
Yeah, I started
You kick the
kicking
bush.
bushes.
I'm gonna go pee on one.
I'm just imagining Moss squatting over a bush now.
Yeah. Silly.
Or maybe she's got one of those little things that like lets females like pee like
yes, I have one of those things.
The tubes, the camping tubes.
Yeah.
Look, Moss.
I'd like to think that Moss just lifts her leg
ingenuity,
like
like a dog.
Right?
Yeah.
No. I MacGyvered some like was it a whizzle or something like that? Something like that. Anyway, go on, Duff, with the actual story.
I'm waiting.
No, I like this.
How far are we from Fenril at this point?
Inside a day now.
All right.
Yeah.
I can't
What, do we get a
believe that
fucking
guy's a
wagon back?
god and he stole our wagon. Like, what kind of dickbag does that?
He didn't even say what kind of god he was either. He didn't even fucking say it. He didn't even fucking. He's not a god of anything. I'll
Are
tell you
we
that.
sure he was a god?
I don't think so.
Believe
Maybe
it.
he was just lying.
I don't fucking
You
believe
know,
For
it.
all we know, he could be
Some-
like a sorcerer and be messing with our dreams. It wouldn't
That's
be the
what I
first
was
time.
going to say. Sometimes people can
Wait a
cast magic
second.
that messes
Is it
with
maybe
your
Marquesa
dreams.
fucking with us?
No.
Somehow?
I want my wagon back.
They cried on Hobbs, and I got that guy, so, I mean, I don't think that it was Marquesa at all, unfortunately. Because at least we could kill Marquesa.
Oh, there was the energies were completely polars of each other. What you felt with Marquez and what you felt there. There was nothing malevolent about that meeting except for what y'all were feeling. Yeah.
Except our
I'd
own
become
burning
Marquesa
hatred.
the purple.
I started getting the whole rainbow from y'all, different shades, hues, different, colors,
I'd be
Yeah.
teal.
Yeah.
I've
Sorrow
got
would
blisters
be
on my
Marquesa
feet
the
because of that
pink.
fucking guy. I'm a little fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
All right, let's get a wagon.
Oh,
Then we have to go bury Tim.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta go bury Tim. Yeah. It's called a peasy, by the way. Sorry, I was still on that.
What are we doing, ladies? Are we moving on?
Heading to Fenril. Yeah, heading to
going on to
Fenril to get
Fenril.
our wagon.
You're gonna go. All right. Well, you know
Get
what
our
Fenrir
wagon.
looks like. Yeah, you know, it's a small little area. You know, it's got what did we describe it? Where is my? Actually, I didn't bring up the PDF, but you know, come in. You've got guards who.
It's kind of a shithole.
Yeah, pretty much, but a lot. You know, way station more than anything else. But you've got guards that are patrolling around you. Remember, y'all were questioned when you first got there, and y'all were let in. Same thing. And you're in, you know, in Fenril. Let me actually. How about we use the book of Google to,
Google.
you know, Fenril.
Didn't you say it was like an open air market type situation where people just like pull up and start selling things out of wagons and stuff?
Si, senorita.
Si, senor.
Si.
I'm trying to remember, but didn't Hob have like a shop or something in Fenril or a house?
He did.
He had a little. He was a tax. Didn't he have a hide shop or what? He was skins and all that. He was a tracker.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should go check out that shop just to see if it's still there.
Burn the shop down.
I'm gonna ransack his fucking home is what I'm gonna fucking do.
Well, when you pull up to where that's at, yeah, it's a public bathroom.
Makes sense, actually.
No, it's not.
This place is shitty.
He lives in a shit house.
Nope. There is.
That
It's
explains it.
Though it looks very similar to a shop and all that. It is actually just a simple little storage barn, big enough to hold a wagon.
Is it like closed?
Yep. And
Is there a
people,
lock or anything on it?
no, there's no locks on it, and there's been, it doesn't look like it's been disturbed. People walk by it, don't even pay attention to it. You don't see footprints walking up to the door, anything like that. They just walk by, they look at y'all. You open the door, and your wagon's inside there, under a big burlap cover.
What about our horses?
No, they're not there.
They're dead.
They're just they're
They probably sold them.
Sold them.
gone.
He sold them for meat. They're at the
No horses,
Oh,
but
don't say that.
no horses, but your wagon's there.
Is there any cotton market? Anyone selling horses around here?
Sure. Yeah, they're not of the greatest quality, but yeah, they more like plow horses than anything else. But
two to hold the wagon.
Barely enough. Yeah, you probably could find two. Yeah.
What about
whatever.
like oxes? Are there better like oxes or anything like that? You don't have to have horses.
No, but I think the tack and all that at the time were set up for horses. You would have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll just buy some horses. I'll buy some horses. And
whatever what are the costs of horses?
Set up.
Get you a couple costs. The horses cost you. Where are the equipment? Water. What does a horse? What does a horse
Would it
cost?
be a draft horse or a riding horse?
Let's do we'll do a draft horse. Yeah.
It's 50 gold.
Yeah. It'll cost you 100 gold. You get two horses.
Okay.
The tack's all there. All looks like it was when you last saw the wagon.
Bix comes fucking trudging back with like the reins of each horse in each hand, just fucking pissed. All right, can we fucking leave this place now?
As you're doing that, Vix, as you've gone off, what are you doing, Sorrow?
Well, while they're busy getting their horses together, she'll take Tem out of Fran and continue to go north with the body to have her own private little funeral for Tem.
Okay.
Aww.
So you venture on into the woods I'm assuming you're going to find a little serene spot or something like that. And are you going to bury him, burn him? What are you going to do?
She's going to burn him.
Burn him. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and what kind of area are you doing this in?
So she's going to find probably a nice clearing, maybe someplace close to maybe a body of water or a pond or a river that goes through the forest.
Okay.
Don't know.
So there's a few areas with some creeks and all that, and you kind of know deeper into the forest. There's there's multiple places like this in the sus forest and all that, and you take your time, and it's quite tranquil and all that, and in your way, whichever that may be of the wild of your upbringing and all that, you burn this body. Okay.
Yes.
As you turn around, head back to your group, there is a small child standing kind of under a tree branch, very fluid in their gender.
Like a child?
Child, but you can't tell boy or girl. And there's tears. It is dirt. They are dirty, like they haven't had a bath in a while, and they've got tears coming down their eyes as watching it, and you can see the lines in their face and all that. And they say to you in this soft voice, "That was very nice. He's happy now that you got to be with him one last time. If you would like to know how he would like to really get revenge on who subjected him to the Marquesa, travel deeper into the forest and find the Cruor Circle. CRUOR. Find the Cruor Circle. Where they are.
Sarah takes that information,
Uh-huh.
and she's just trying so hard not to shift and go full on feral wolf and tear out whatever this thing's throat out. So
it doesn't look like it's concerned that you're thinking this.
Yeah. First of all, if it's reading my thoughts, that's even creepier.
No, the kid looks at you and says, "The Dark Druids are responsible for his demise. And maybe other clues can be found there." And as you look at that, this kid hops up the tree, this dark, this forest area, and just kind of and disappears into the branches way up into the tree.
Sarah will mutter how she fucking hates druids. Yeah. And she'll just return. She'll just keep that little bit of knowledge to herself, and she will return.
Okay. So much for that encounter. All right. Good to know. Okay. Well, that's a big deal there. Okay. You come back. What are we doing?
Finding the rest of the party.
Scamming people.
Scamming people.
Are you giving them good fortunes?
No,
Telling them
I
the
like
fortunes
playing
of love.
I like playing the cup game with them.
Cups.
And then
You're playing the cup. You're playing with
good one.
Yeah. like a 3-card Charlie on them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay. All right, so you got your wagon, you got some horses.
Does Sorrow tell us about her little encounter?
Are you asking her what she did in the woods?
I mean, you did disappear though, like without saying anything, right?
Oh, you saw me take the body. But yeah, she
Oh,
didn't really
okay.
say much of anything. I mean, it's kind of hard to disappear with a body that's almost her size, so.
I feel
Did you
like
eat him?
Sorrow, if anyone,
Is
would
that
be able
like-
to do it.
Is that like? Did you take him out
Quest,
into
you
the
can't
woods
just
and
ask
eat
people
him?
if they ate their friends. That's fucked up.
I don't know. She's like a wolf child. Well, I don't know what they do.
I'm sure she.
Sorrow,
I'm sure
are
she.
you
Sorrow,
okay?
did you eat him?
No, that's weird. Why would you
Not
eat
a
something
really
weirder than
hitting
you?
a child, Vix. Really? Oh my god. Oh my god, y'all's
Hey.
fantasy.
You were the DM for the Friday Dingling campaign.
I know. Well, that one was funny. That was quite funny. No, y'all might have thought about it, but I thought it was funny when the kid pissed all over the table and got knocked down. I found humor in it. Anyway, another story, another time.
Yeah.
Dinglings.
Yeah, guys.
It was kind of funny. It was kind of
I
funny though.
don't know if I want to know that story.
Stop making hittable children, I guess.
Yeah.
Steph does
Sorrow,
like to make children hittable.
okay?
Yes.
She looks over at her limbs. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm not bleeding.
Or how do you feel?
Full.
Full.
I'm just wondering.
Sorry, did you eat him? You didn't eat him.
No, I gave him a proper burial.
Okay. You know,
Why do you
we
smell
would've
like
gone with you.
barbecue?
Oh, because I burned the body.
Yeah,
We-
she does smell like a little barbecue. Yeah, because of the smoke. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, she
we
wipes the
would've gone
barbecue
with you.
sauce off the side of her mouth.
It's like
Yeah.
mahogany.
Yeah,
It
what's
smells
that?
like
What's that right there?
mahogany.
We would have gone to
Fine.
Burnt
support
a
you.
hickory tree.
You didn't know him.
Hickory.
No, but we know you, and
know
he
you.
was important to you.
You gonna make it?
You're
on?
important to us.
She's taking like this long moment to think about it. It's like, oh, I didn't consider that. Well, I
It's okay.
appreciate the sentiment. I don't like it. Oh, there was a thing that happened when I was out there. It was rude. Some weird, I don't know, fey child. Fucking hate children.
Even though she is
That's
one,
something
You're a child, right?
she is a child.
I'm a wolf cub. Said something about druids. Druids are the worst. Hugging trees and whatnot, respecting little animals.
You've like you just described yourself, really.
Sorry,
yeah.
Sorry, you are a druid.
And also a child.
Why was it weird?
Sorrow,
You-
make me a history
Did you find a
check.
mirror? Did you find a mirror,
History.
Sorrow? Did you look in a mirror?
Yeah. So it's knowledge. I want to know
Or
if you have
like a
some knowledge
pond.
of what. So what I didn't have you roll was knowledge of what the. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Yeah, I was like, oops, because history would have knowledge of the area and all that, because you would have possessed that as a druid. Yeah, you're gonna get to roll me that one more time. That would have been with advantage, please.
Okay. All
I
right.
think she has
if you
some
want me to.
self-confidence issues.
Yeah, it's all right.
Really?
Let's just. Did she? Oh my god.
Simply
Wow.
not meant to
Not
know.
know this.
She is not meant
She is
to
a
know.
wolf cub.
She's a wolf
Oh
cub.
Jesus, man! This is where the whole story just went right off the rails into the cliff. Whee! Okay, well,
Sorrow. Why did
she met.
Why
she
did
pa-
you say it was weird?
Well, I was alone. I made sure I was alone, so that way I could have my moment. And then there's this child out of nowhere talking about fucking druids.
Dark
Was
druids.
the
Like an
child lost?
orgy?
Dark
or-
druids.
She's not gonna say dark
She's not
druids.
gonna say
She's
that?
gonna say
Okay.
druids.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
My bad.
Just
Okay.
saying druids.
All druids are dark to her.
All
Was
druids
the
are awful.
child
like a-
lost? Did you help them?
No. Why would I help some strange child? That's That's weird.
That's fair.
Random child
Yeah.
come out of nowhere in the woods.
Yeah. Who would
Did he
do
even
that?
leave a scent?
Did they say anything further about the druids, or they were just talking about druids and they're like standing there watching you burn Tem, or because that is kind of weird. That is pretty fucking weird, actually. Yeah. Now that you mention it, yeah.
So Sarah takes her little straw-made doll, starts picking out the little straw because it's what she does when she doesn't understand shit. So the stupid child comes out of nowhere, talks about Tem like they know Tem, like they understood Tem's life, like they spent years with Tem, and then said druids did it, blah blah blah, and then bounces off up in the trees like a
They
fucking
said
fae.
druids did it, but
The
the
druids
slavers
did
are the
what?
ones that.
Said some druids gave Tem away to slavers, basically. I don't know. They're saying the druids were the source of it. I don't get it. I didn't ask questions. I was too busy.
Eating. I understand. Yeah, I don't like to be bothered during a meal either.
Especially barbecue.
Yeah. Because then your hands are all sticky and you're like, have to find a place to like clean.
This is what I get for not
There's
running
no
a
wet
game
wipes
for
in the
3
forest.
weeks.
There's no wet wipes.
Yeah. Like, and leather does not go well with barbecue sauce at all. It just like slides right off.
It's all sticky.
Yeah.
Sorrow, do you want to go investigate the forest for the weird druids, or are you like not thirsty for revenge? I for one would be thirsty for revenge, but that's just me.
I like revenge. Revenge is fun.
What's the point? It's not like he's going to come back to life. What's dead is dead.
I mean,
Life goes on.
could prevent others like Tem from being harmed in the same way.
That's their fault, not mine.
And you blame the gods.
Sorrow, you're so emotionally constipated. I'm not sure I can deal with this right now.
Oh,
Oh my god. We're having a crab boil next week, Duff.
I'm dealing with children here. Oh, I am. They are children.
Yeah.
Sorrow. It would help
Yes, Izra.
Yeah.
if you would allow me to seek vengeance on your behalf. On Tem's behalf.
If you want to.
I would feel
I'm not gonna
really good
stop
about
you.
it.
Okay.
That's like it's okay if we want to go fight some random druid orgy. But to say that was a little bit concerning. That you would love to do revenge on behalf of Sorrow. I feel like that should be like Sorrow's decision if she wants to do the revenge or not. A little strange.
Well, what else are we gonna do? We get some revenge,
Isaac
or
just
we
looks
can
at
like
you. Isaac
do
just looks at
something
Quest.
else.
I mean-
Question is, what's your next step?
I thought we were going to kill the god Hop. That was
Well,
an
we were
option.
gonna go to Highport because we wanted to go kill Hob, but then he came to us instead in our dreams and kind of put a shish kebab to that fucking plan. So now we're
That's
kind of
true.
like, what do? We could go to the forest and fuck up some druids, or we could go back down south and fuck up Marquesa.
You don't know where she's at.
I'm down for either.
Where's Marquesa?
Well,
There's
we think she's
I know
at
that
the other
another
fortress
fort down south.
At
No,
this
you know
point,
that is the next slaver. That's another headquarters, but you don't. Do you know that that's where she's at? That's all I'm asking.
No, but that would be our
Well,
best
I could
bet as to
scry.
where she is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you do that scry thing? See if that works.
I could. But I'd rather not do it if that's not what we're planning on doing. If we're gonna go fuck up some druids, that's fine. I'll go burn down the forest. I don't care. But some
I'm cool with that,
direction
too.
would be nice.
I mean, I
would
could show you where that
personally-
child
Forest.
appeared.
let's do that.
All right.
I personally am not really interested in doing anything that what did we say was the god of being a dick. I don't feel like doing anything that he wants us to do currently.
Yeah.
So druids fits that.
Yeah, I also want to kick bushes, so that's fine.
I kind of liked Moss's idea of peeing on bushes yesterday, so I'm kind of down with that.
I mean,
I'll go
there you go.
pop a squat in the woods.
Okay, Sarah,
Emotional
lead the
bonding.
way.
All right.
Group
So
peeing
Sarah will
starts
take
in
them
10
back
minutes.
into the forest where there's plenty of bushes to urinate on. She'll point out the ones that she knows are poisonous, and you don't want to use those to wipe any surfaces because it's itchy. And we'll go back
Can't
to
let them
where
touch
she,
the bits.
yeah, don't let it touch the
Wait,
bits.
were we in a town area where there was stuff we could purchase?
Not
Or-
of basic supplies. Nothing else.
Like like a
super
open
spicy
fair.
burritos that we could poop all over the woods? Whoa.
I mean, I'm sure they have some really bad tavern street food that will do the same thing as spicy burrito.
The problem
We want
solved
to
itself.
insult the nature. There you go. Okay, we go into the woods.
Sorrow
and-
may be emotionally constipated, but not physically.
The party is very regular.
We ate a lot of fiber, all right? Okay, so we're gonna pack up the wagon. We're gonna get the horses situated on the wagon that we've recovered
Yeah.
from fucking Hob, and we're gonna head to the spot that Sorrow saw the little fucking child that climbed
Well,
up the fucking trees.
Yeah,
like a
so
little
well,
weirdo.
you can get somewhat there, but she went into a little bit deeper area where the wagon won't go. This wagon is not an ATV, all-terrain vehicle, so
Damn it.
you would have to, unfortunately, to get exactly where she's going. And she picked a nice little grove area, and you can smell. The remnants of the smoke, because a burnt body, has a certain je ne sais quoi smell to it. But she leads you to that area, but the wagon you'll have to leave on the trail.
I will more
But it's not that far. That's not
Or
that.
private sanctum the
The wagon.
wagon, so that people can't touch it.
Okay.
You can't touch it.
Is that
There.
is that one of your spells I'm taking? I
Yeah.
forgot. Is it?
It's the
Yeah.
MC
Yeah.
Hammer spell.
Yeah. Private.
Can't touch it.
Oh my god.
So it's 120 feet.
Oh, that's fine. I don't mind. You cast on it. You're good.
Yeah.
So, okay. So she check off a spell slot and private
Yep.
sanctum. Okay.
Yep.
And Sorrow, you're gonna lead them to where?
We have 24 hours before this goes down.
Okay.
All right.
So
Nice.
head into the woods, Sorrow. Take them to where the bodies at, or where the ashes are at. Okay. Well, y'all begin to make that journey, and then as you're moving along, you come through a clearing which Sorrow is going. It's right here, and it's not there. What you have before you is the dank smell of decay and the creaking of tree boughs in the forest have put you on the edge. Even now, y'all weren't hunting while you were walking. You came upon what you see where this body was at, or the pile of ashes and all that would have been. There's a wooden sign with writing scrawled on it in blood.
I didn't make that.
Okay. So as you're looking at the sign, you see there,
Sorrow. It's okay.
One of y'all, let's say Moss, in her way, fires off. There's a deer running through the backside of it, and you fire off, and Moss takes on a deer. Just, for QB.
Random, but okay.
Yeah. Maybe QB needs some food.
Like killing wildlife.
Yeah, she gets a deer. But you still need to take you're still a good, 10, 15 feet away from the sign that's in the pile where the Sorrow was assured was going to be the leftover ashes and remains of her friend. But there is a sign sticking out of the ground.
Can I approach it to see if if I can read it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A mimic.
No, it doesn't. No.
I'm
move
going
up
to be
to it.
careful as I approach.
You walk
I
up
will
to
say
it,
that wasn't there before.
and you see this on the sign. The circle demands a taste of all blood spilled and the blood of the hunter. Pay homage by reciting these words after a kill. To the Cruor I give this life blood, from dying veins to strengthen the guardians of the bloodwood. Finish your tribute. A sacrifice of blood must be made by mixing that of the slain.
Hey
I'm
guys,
not giving
this is
no one my
no
blood.
fucking weird. You want to take a
No,
look
that's
over
pretty
here?
sus. No.
Nope.
I mean, it is.
Shouldn't there be a
sus
dead
We're not-
body with all the blood needed to write this out?
Are you sure you didn't have a delusion where you ate Tem and then finger painted the sign afterwards?
I don't listen. I don't think that. Not that I don't believe in Sorrow and her skills as a person, but I am just going to say I don't really think that she knows, the word dank, or guardians. I'm not sure she'd be able to spell that one. That one's a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
So I'm not
It
sure that
is.
she'd be able to. Homage. That's another tricky one. Not sure that she would get that one. So I'm
Or
inclined to say that
tribute?
maybe Sorrow didn't write. Yeah,
Tribute, yeah.
tribute.
And y'all turn, and so and y'all turn around to look back the way you came, and there's just a tree line behind you. There's no forest. There's no path anymore.
Yeah,
Behind.
it's definitely
Oh,
a
I
trap.
don't like this.
Oh, so we're kind of forced to
It's a
continue
trap.
on, huh? We're sort of forced.
Yeah.
Moss, come here. Bring the deer. Come on.
Well,
I'm
who's
not
going to
giving it my
donate blood?
Moss is the one that's the hunter. She's the one that fucking gunned that thing down.
Shit.
No,
How
she's,
did I get
She
elected
did.
to be the hunter?
Where
Fine.
did
You
I
have a
go
bow and arrow.
wrong?
Do you make the blood sacrifice?
Blood for the blood god?
Sure.
Blood for the blood
What
god.
could
do it,
possibly
Moss.
go wrong?
She just pricks her
So-
finger on a thorn, and she's like, there.
Well, that's all it says. It says to finish your tribute, sacrifice a drop of your own blood by mixing it with that of the slain.
Look,
Ew.
I barely do this magic shit, but why not?
You're the one that said you
Okay.
don't, believe in
I don't
gods
believe
and
in
all
the
that.
god stuff
That's right.
anyway, so yeah.
What
Why
do you-
not? Go for
So
it.
what do you do, Moss?
I prick my finger on some kind of something thorny and do the little drippy drop, and then whatever it wanted from my deer, which would be
Blood.
That's just some blood from the deer. I wasn't sure if it wanted.
It says
a chunk
it
of
says
Okay,
the circle demands a taste of
Yeah.
all blood spilled and the blood of the hunter.
Sure. And then I say the words, and my voice is terrible, so I'm not going to do it. Uh,
To the
then I
Kruar,
get
give
the
this
drop of my
life blood. Okay.
Yeah.
When you
blah,
do
blah,
that,
blah, life
yeah,
blood.
all the blood that's in the area with the deer and your blood, all of that, you just kind of see it go, like it gets soaked into the ground and disappears.
Okay.
And y'all kind of watch this and they're looking and, like, okay. And then you begin to slowly make out the sounds of like hooves beating the ground coming from the forest before you. And as you're, kind of backing up, y'all are, hearing, because there's multiple. You see a herd. It sounds like a herd of horses, but instead what you see starts breaking through the tree line is this. Instead of horses, what you see multiple beings approach and surround you. Each of them have the lower body of what looks like a deer, but the upper body of an elf with wild hair and a red circle of differing places of the body. Some, like the red circle's kind of painted in different areas and all that. They have some have it on their chest. What now?
When you say lower body of like a deer, do they have like just 2 legs or 4?
So it's like a centaur.
Oh, there we go.
You're like a centaur, but
centaur, yeah.
But like fruitier.
It's a deer. A fruitier.
It's like a David Bowie
little
centaur.
elvish waifs.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
elvish
yes.
Waifs.
Each has a lower body of a deer, upper body of like an elf with wild hair. And this red circle and is in differing places of the body. Some have it on their chest, or some on their flanks, other have it on their face or forehead. On either side, you're going to see there are 13.
I don't like those odds.
Okay. On either side of a female wielding a red wooden cudgel are 2 males with small horns protruding from their foreheads. And yeah, it's a total group of about 12, with the one in the center that kind of looks more important. It's kind of got more markings and more vines and things wrapped around her. Definitely telling her that she's got more of what you would call like a shaman type, the leader of the group. And Sorrow, make me a nature check with advantage.
So I don't know, kind of distracted with the fact that their horns kind of look like her horns, but slightly a little bit different, but also kind of look like her horns.
They're better looking.
Hurtful.
That's not very nice.
You said
I said a nature check with advantage. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. I'm just giving reasons why she doesn't make this check.
All right. Yeah, so you know who they are. You know what this is before you. This is called an Alseid, Alseid. They
what do I know
are
about their temperaments?
Yeah, well, they are graceful woodland cousins of centaurs, with as you can tell, the slender upper body of an elf and the lower body of a deer. They are rarely seen far from wooded glades that they call home. They are sometimes called grove nymphs, despite being more closely related to elves than nymphs. They are, they're very much in the neutral, more chaotic neutral. They're not evil creatures. And they keep into packs. What you see before you, the leader is what's called a grove keeper, which is kind of like their leader. They are druids of some instances, some sets. She would be, not the rest of them are just, they're more going to be, there's typical male and female workers, hunters. Males always, their antlers grow from their foreheads. They grow slowly. They branch out every 10 years of the first century of their life. They are significant in status for them. You know how much they grow and wear them and accoutrement them. But they never use them in combat. You know that they would never do something like that.
Their horns.
Yep.
Okay.
Nope. Yep. And they
before
surround
we begin
you.
This encounter, may we take a break?
Yes, we may take a break because I was sitting ready to see. So I was trying to get it farther along. Was going to kind of hold it there before we do anything because I don't want to get too far along in this. But we'll handle a little bit more before we break. Before we cut for the night. So we'll take our normal little 5 little mini break here. Intermission, folks. Can I cue that up? There we go. Don't pay attention to the schedule intermission because I haven't changed it in months and I haven't done it yet, and I know, but we just have the Monday and the Saturday games because I'm lazy. Anyway, we'll be right back in a sec. See you, so.
You're not lazy,
Yeah.
you're just
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Who's setting up shop? We got a cleric paladin who is also setting up shop. We're gonna call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
that would be very funny.
I mean, I'm the head of it, so like we could add that to the name.
Yeah, we will then. We're gonna have shirts made. I gotta get their portraits all put together, and we're gonna have merchandise.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be awesome.
Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. Parentheses, we don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought
me.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain. But I only wanted it. This mountain is reserved for patrons. But it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats. But I am a patron. Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Through and you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like,
Here, boy. Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you? I'd like 2 of those, please. Hot dogs? Yes, sir. And 3 of those, and 1 of those, and 5 bars of these, and a cup of that nice hot liquid. Coffee. Coming right up. Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white puffy material. You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir? Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside. They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
Nice.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the Goodies Machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at a snack bar just waiting for you.
can private message her. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around
Wow.
hundreds of years into the future.
Hey, why mess with a good thing,
Go ahead
right?
and clip that one, guys. You can send that one to me later, too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Father, I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Ethan, there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here now.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Brass knuckles he's wearing, and the creature just.
How did the creature go?
One more time?
What? One more time?
No, that was it.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man. Start strolling down to the sweets that set you rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff. Give me 5. Let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go. It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill. Give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man. Frosty.
People, we might be able to take care of that. I
I'm
understand.
gonna sing the Doom song now.
Oh, God.
Doom, 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 doom. Doom, da doom. Doom, da doom, da doom. Doom, da doom. Doom, doom, da doom, doom. Da doom, doom. Do da 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 doom, doom, doom. Do da 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 doom, 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 doom. Doomy, doomy, doomy. Doom, doom, doom. The end.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Done to a...
Alrighty. We are back, folks. Down a player, unfortunately. We were wondering when Lori was going to wave the white flag because she was not feeling well, as you could tell. But we'll sojourn on for a little bit and see what we can do here. So you have this group of Alsaids around you. Well, that's what I mean. Sorrow knows what they are. The rest of y'all have never seen them before. They have kind of encompassed y'all like in a semicircle. They have spears and short bows that they carry. Some got spears, some got short bows. They paw the ground, they watch around. She, the grove keeper, basically, and she basically comes up to you, Sorrow.
Damn it.
Yep. Okay. Looking at you, and
So Sarah's like, standing at her full height of like
Mhm.
barely 4 foot. Very yeah, I'm an adult. I can handle this.
Mhm.
What's up?
and gives you, after giving each group of the party kind of an assessment and all that, she nods to you, but then also kind of motions with one of her hands for Moss to come forward next to you. Unfortunately, we just lost Moss, but Moss will, reluctantly step up next to Sorrow. And yeah, and then there's another nod there, and this Alseed, I didn't even look real quick. Speaks in Common and Elvish. Okay, so we got plenty there. So, basically after bow and says to Moss, that was a good kill. Shot well done. Very impressive. And it turns, and she turned and looks to you, Sorrow, and says, the mother has received your sacrifice and desires an audience with you.
Sorry, I'll kind of lean into Moss. It's like, I don't think we can refuse this.
Does Sorrow have a mom?
A wolf mom, yeah.
Does she talk?
Sure. Yes. Maybe. There's communication. There's ways of communication. So Sorrow, of course, looks at the Alcee, like nods solemnly and says, "Lead the way." Like it's another
Alrighty.
Tuesday. Like this isn't, a big deal or anything, or that they're possibly about to get put on a fetch quest and be annoyed.
Probably.
Mhm.
All right. All right. Well, and she says, she looks to all y'all and says, please follow us. We will lead you to our encampment. And they basically kind of all shift around and form half go on one side of y'all and the other half kind of get on the other side. And they proceed and turn around, go back deeper into the woods, in the direction from where y'all, straight ahead. Do y'all all follow?
Sure.
I guess there is a reason they call these forests sus.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So y'all have let's set it up. I'll travel a
Do I
while.
see spider webs?
Yes, you do. One moment. So.
Quest.
It's fine.
Yes,
it's
you
like
do.
fear therapy at this point.
All right, and
Effectual fear therapy, not the other fear therapy we played.
Not the game. The game was not good.
I had a good time crawling around like a worm.
Hey, we won the game. That's all that mattered, right?
We did. And at what cost?
Hey.
An hour of our life.
Y'all travel a while, losing kind of track of direction and time and all that. And you come out through the thickets of a forest area, and the grove keeper stops on the path before you and points out to the thickets that you see to the north and west of the path, and says, unfortunately for us, a group of spider creatures has invaded this area recently. By chance, the mother would look kindly upon you even more were you to dispatch these creatures and bring her proof of your success. Would that
insight check
interest you? Yeah, you can give insight.
Sweep these floors to gain our mother's favor.
14.
Yeah, they
guy's a sussy baka, dude.
Well, they seem concerned, like they don't want it. Like they don't want to mess with spiders. You don't see that they're lying to you. They just don't think they can handle what's in there. There's spiders in there. You can see there's webs everywhere. Oh yeah. And
Why
it's
would we want to dispatch the spiders for your mother?
that's
We happen to have a party member who is not
Uh.
comfortable with spiders, so we do try to avoid them.
So do we.
Do we?
Oh,
I
you
don't
don't?
feel like we do. I feel like we are always walking into spider webs, and I am just having to deal with it. Okay.
So no, and she says it was just a request that we know the mother would be
Sarah's looking at these
appreciative
spiders.
of.
Sarah's gonna look at these spider webs. Is she's gonna like really try to see what these spiders look like. Where are they?
You don't.
What they
You
look
don't.
like or where they are.
That's the forest is pretty thick. The webs are pretty thick. You can tell, making it difficult terrain. There's not much light that seems to be getting through the forest
Can
up
we
above and all that.
determine what type of spider creature it might be, given the fact that we
Spiders.
are very familiar with various
Or-
spider creatures? Like, is
there's-
it a giant spider? Is it?
Oh yeah,
like-
you probably well, I mean, there's webs. There are some regular webs, and then you see these thick strands too, which would indicate larger creatures of some sort.
So the Alcide Grove Master.
And you look.
Ask them.
You
What
look a
kind of
little bit
spiders are we looking at?
big. Well, they said big ones. What it is. See, and you will see that it looks like there are some deer, and there looks like a couple of all seeds possibly are tangled in the web and dead.
Hmm.
And a few other creatures you don't know what they are. Ripped, mangled apart, and partially cocooned or dried up husk.
Guys, should we
I'll
take
go ahead
care
and
of the
ping my
spiders?
divine sense. I want to make sure there's no undead in there.
You don't do you? Are you can still do that, right? You're just a paladin. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you don't detect any undead.
Okay.
Now, yeah. So that's what you see in the kind of the front area, but you can see on ahead, the what looks like forest continues on here. Actually, well, I don't want to. There's more there, but it kind of I don't want to give it too much away. But you can see that what you've got around in front of you is an encampment that is, walled off.
Is there more to the spider forest to the?
It goes
to the
on
left?
north. It just it keeps going north, more deep woods,
Okay.
But that's all you need to see for the moment,
All right.
But it keeps on going and on and on, and you have that before you. Then there's this palisade that you see, kind of some type of encampment that is on ahead in front of you, and you see an entrance. Then there seems to be a couple of more Alcides standing guard at the gate entrance area. There is a pungent smoke rising from on the other side of the wall. Kind of dank. Smells of pungent smoke, maybe a little blood wafting. That
So Sorrow shares a look with Vix and Izra and Quest. Like, we could kill some spiders. I mean, we got what a free afternoon.
I think we should kill the spiders, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't like
I'm
how
gonna look at Quest.
there's just so many.
Quest.
I know you don't really like spiders, but if we kill spiders now, that means there's less spiders in the world.
Yeah, less spiders for later.
And if we end up sleeping here, we don't have to worry about spiders when we go to sleep.
Ooh, spiders in the bedroll.
Or
That could happen.
no. No, I have the private sanctum. I could just put it. There's no spiders in my private sanctum. I'm good.
Yeah, but if
We're
you use this
good in
private
there.
sanctum now, is it gonna remove the one from the wagon?
Yes, but why are we sleeping here next to all of the spiders?
There is no wagon.
Well,
Don't
we
forget.
we haven't seen a way to get back yet.
There's no wagon. You didn't think it was going to make it that easy for y'all with the wagon, did you? Come now.
We just spent money on horses again.
I know you did. I know you did.
I'm gonna give myself back 100 gold, Duff.
We have 24 hours before my.
And how long has it been already? Wow, it's been several hours now. Tick tock.
No, it
tick
hasn't.
tock.
So like I think that if we go and we kill the spiders, like it seems like they did some hocus pocus shit and blocked off the path out of the forest. So I think if we like kill the spiders, it would give us like a good little a little leeway to be like, hey, we killed these spiders for you. Let us the fuck out.
Okay, we can kill spiders, but I'm not going into the woods. And we
Oh,
kill
you don't
them
need to
from
actually
out
go in the
here.
woods. When we start burning the webs, the spiders will come to us.
Oh
true.
God!
We could do
Oh
that.
no! Ugh.
Yeah,
And
so Sorrow's gonna cast.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Sarah.
God.
Oh, I was gonna
Do it,
cast.
Sorrow. Do it.
Yeah, a flaming sphere.
Uh-huh.
Just drop it down,
No.
start rolling over the spider webs, and start burning spider
No,
webs.
no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Aisha pulls out her great axe and goes to another spider web and just whacks it.
No,
We-
no,
Wait,
please.
y'all need to go ahead, Vix.
I would like to preemptively cast. What do I want to cast on everyone?
I don't know.
Bless.
I would like to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna preemptively cast I want to do Bliss or do I want to do Aid? Yeah, I'm gonna cast Aid because it doesn't have a time limit on it. So I'm gonna cast Aid on Moss, Quest, and I don't know that Isra and Sorrow need extra hit points.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it on myself then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cast it on myself. No, it says allies. So I'll do Sorrow. So Sorrow's up a little bit more.
Okay, what's this? Okay, so what's this 5-inch circle I see here?
That's the flaming sphere.
Okay, did you move? Are you you threw it in there? Okay, so
Yeah.
all right. Okay, so if you're, but anybody move to where y'all are wanting to be at. So I'm assuming Quest is going to stay in the back, is not moving anywhere near the forest. So Ma says, I'll stay back here and guard her. Rolls her eyes. I'll guard her. She's running.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move sort of in between Isra and Quest, just so like I'm not quite front and center, but also can toss some spells.
Sorrow, that's where you're gonna stay. You just chunk this spear, and it kind of goes in there, and it burns. But it did, it only burn a small little section. But it burns itself, burn itself out. It won't just keep burning and burning and burning and burning.
The flaming sphere?
Yeah, is it a spell?
No,
or is
it's a ball of fire that I control. It's a spell.
That's what. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you just lit something up. Okay, I misunderstood.
Oh,
okay,
no.
so let me see what you've got here. Your flaming sphere. Okay, I heard spear in my head. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sphere. Da da da. Choice of range. Any creature in turn 5 mistake there it takes some damage and it's successful. Okay, and then you can start. You can move the sphere. Okay. Oh, wonder why I would have thought of that when they did. Okay, so you start burning. So now I have a big 20-foot diameter circle. What's going on here? Is this fireball?
Don't worry about it yet.
Is this your fireball going off all of a sudden?
It
Okay.
will be. It will be shortly.
Okay.
I was just measuring.
Well, so yeah. Okay. Well, part of this is that you got a map here, ladies, but this forest is very big and thick, and so you're going to have to venture into it to go find these creatures. If you think you can pick them off one by one from the road, you are sorely mistaken. You can start burning things. Yeah, because it's thick. I mean, my map is not big enough. I mean, yes, you're supposed to get in there to go find them. So, but you don't have to. Let me put it that way. No, I'm just saying you're gonna start burning the forest down, and the druid and all that is gonna have problems with that too.
They did not specify how they wanted the spiders gone.
They should have been more specific.
It sounds like they're being picky, to be honest. It sounds like they're being a little picky, and they need to be a little less picky if they want things done.
Yeah.
Well, but you also got to understand that I'm not going to have a map of a Figus forest that y'all are going to. Okay, if you want to spend time burning it all, I can promise you it'll be more than 24 hours before you get back to your wagon.
That's fine. It'll be the first time we had to go fetch a wagon.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Well, the point was to go in there and start fighting them.
This time I put like.
But we're trying to get them to come to us.
I know you are. It's kind of funny that they would have thought at this level that the first thing that would have come out of Adventure's pockets were flames. Most certainly, y'all are going to light it up, and there's no talk about that whatsoever. Well, how the hell are these creatures supposed to do their? Oh my God. So it's just, they just assume y'all would run into the woods. So never mind on that.
They're too smart for that.
Yeah, I know. And they're like, why didn't they think like it? So, the woods are wet. All the trees and all that are full of, morning water. It just recently rained. So everything's wet. All it does is just kind of smoke out. All right. So let's see. Izer's there. Izer, I said, you hacked on a tree and a web and you're doing your deal. And
I'm just trying to send vibrations down the web.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well, you're gonna get one as the flaming sphere gets this area. Izer's gonna sit there, and then all of a sudden, about 15 feet above you, moving down through the tree line to bite you, is a spider.
Beautiful.
Well, not all of them. I don't want them all shown. Why did they do that?
I want label 26.
Why not?
Oh, I hit the wrong one. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, 26. Okay. Look at the spider. Roll me initiative, ladies.
You guys are fucking quick with
Nope.
that. Jesus.
Rerolling.
Quest also, so you did your portents, right? So you know what those are? Thank you.
Yep. I have the 7 and 12.
I was making sure. I thought I saw you rolled them earlier. Just making sure that's what it was. Okay.
I'm trying to roll them daily, but also
You're fine.
It's really annoying.
You got to ask me when you don't need to roll them all the time. When it becomes important, we haven't rolled them. You can tell me, or I'll say something and say roll them real quick. So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we have Sorrow. There's a spider right above Izer's head.
How far up did you say
15
it was?
feet. 15 feet.
So 15 feet, huh?
Yep. Specifically said, Niblet, what are you crying about, dude? All right.
Well, I'm just double checking to see how tall this thing can jump.
What thing can jump? Your dude?
My sphere.
Your sphere can move 30 feet, I thought it said.
30 feet in directions, but it's talking about over barriers and jumping across pits.
You can ram it into a creature, but you just cast it, so it's going to be right. It's done its damage right now. You have to wait till that's this turn with it.
I did it before we did initiative.
It's busy. When you move the sphere, you can direct it over barriers. So.
That's a bonus action.
Is it a bonus?
Yeah.
Bonus? Okay, then you can move it. That's fine. Normally I would have said no on our action. That was your action in the start of it. You would have to wait till the next turn. Just so you know.
All right. So as the bonus action, I'm going to move it right here. So when it gets, if it gets close enough, it could do damage. For the spider being near it.
You can move it over barriers up to 5 feet tall and jump it across pits up to 10 feet wide. So is it saying like it has to move on a certain axis that you can't move it? When you move the sphere, you can direct it over barriers.
Because it has to be on a ground. It has to be on a plane of surface. An empty space. because it takes up space.
Yeah, but I just figured you just blasted and it's burning in the middle of the trees right now and all that. So can it not move through trees and all that? I'm assuming it can't move through solid objects, but
Right.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm just saying you're gonna move that right through the tree branches and all. I know. Let's get real. It's a sphere of fire. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a
Say
problem
I
with that.
can,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
my bonus
I
action
wouldn't.
will be to ram the spider.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Okay.
All right.
That creature must make a saving throw against the damage, and the sphere stops moving. So saving throw is okay. You got it.
Saving throw. Uh-huh.
I would assume it made it there. That roll.
Yeah.
It did. Okay.
And it should be, let's see, half damage. Yeah, half damage on a success.
Okay. Yep. That's right. So give some damage, please. Thank you.
Right.
Okay. Oh, I guess that means that Moss is going to El Shuto this thing. That's a hit. But she doesn't see. It's not 15 feet above Iser, so it's not next to. Okay, so just regular damage. And it absorbed it. What? Did I hit? Oh, I hit Moss. Oh my God, I did that to Moss. Oh my God, that's sad.
No.
I gave it to Moss. My bad. Wrong person. There we go.
Moss
There
turns the
we
bow
go.
around and just.
Yeah. Okay, so she
Ow.
needs. Yeah, Moss
can't
gets
take
her
it anymore.
5. Yeah, Moss gets her 5 points back. I was like, why did that absorb? I didn't catch that. Okay, good. All right, Quest, your turn.
I heard the noise and I was like, "What was that?" It's been too long. Okay. Well, you know I gotta do it to them. I'm gonna cast Fireball.
All right, where are you putting it?
Yeah, I mean, let me draw my circle again. Hold on, and let me move it. So, I don't know where they're at, but
You do not. That's true. I will.
I mean, just this one. I can see this one, so I'm just gonna.
That will get that one. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna, position it there, and then if I catch the webs, that's fine too.
Well, the webs are going to go on fire. Yes, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
So, if you will throw the save on that one.
Yep. Oh, no momento. Save. Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
What is? Oh shit. What is this? It's a dexterity save, isn't it?
yeah.
1 second.
It rolled a 1.
Okay. So how much damage? Oh my
29.
God. 29.
I pull out a blowtorch and I just start torching the
Pretty
area.
much. Well, the carcass now. Yeah. So Iser, would you make me a dexterity save?
Happy to.
Flaming
Yeah,
carcass.
a flaming carcass now drops straight down onto Isra. Okay, yeah, okay, good enough. It lands right next to her, twitching. Yes.
She knew this was.
And now the trees and the web. Yeah, you have this huge fireball that has now set off a cacophony of explosions, and now you've got smoke rising up everywhere, and now the trees and the forest is on fire.
I'm from California. This is like typical.
Oh, please.
We do this
every summer.
Do this every
Yeah,
Tuesday.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That'll be my turn. I don't feel like I need to do more than that. Good.
Okay. Vix.
Well, the forest is on fire, which is like not great for us. It's not great for us. So I will be casting Ice Storm. Directly on top of where Quest cast Fireball.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Celtic. I'm going to save that for when I need it.
It's cooling. So are there any creatures in that area?
You don't know. What are you casting?
Well, they're gonna
Let me see it.
I'm casting
Hold on.
Ice Storm so that I could.
Hold on.
Do I want to do Ice Storm or do I want to Sleet Storm?
Where are you? All right.
A hail of rock hard ice pounds to the ground in a 20-foot radius. 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Each creature in the cylinder must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 2d8 bludgeoning, 4d6 cold damage on a failed save, or half as much.
Would you
and then
make?
It turns the area into.
Yeah. Would you throw your deck save, please?
My deck save?
Yeah. The deck save. You should be able to just cast that and let me see what it is. So.
Without targeting anyone?
You should be able to, right? And I can then apply that damage, right? If you hit the save, doesn't it just show it? Hit the save. Crack that for me. Even if it's not against something, what it does against something is going to tell you. No, it doesn't, does it?
14?
I thought it.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
hit it again. Hit it again. I think that's just showing the save. Yeah, that's what it's doing. Okay, so I need. Let me put a spider. Where'd that spider go? Let me give you something to target.
I was gonna say, can't you click on it yourself and roll the save for the spiders?
Yeah, but I'm letting her do it just so it's her spell. But what I'm doing is not alerting to what you're rolling against. And so let me I put a spider in the combat tracker.
Okay.
You'll target that spider and roll me the save. That'll tell me. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, so now give me damage. And that's going to be 1 second. All right. Now he's out of here because he was just the test subject. Okay.
That area is now difficult terrain, though. And I'm assuming that the fire
Kind of already was. Y'all saw that already because of all the webs. Okay. But some of them were now exploded and on fire. So now you just validated that it was difficult terrain. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
So I'm assuming now everything went from being on fire and burning to now it's all frozen and hissing with steam.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I didn't really want us to get that in trouble with the druids, having not even really met them yet. By burning the forest down.
I have no idea what you mean. They knew exactly what they were getting when they signed up.
Yeah, but you would have known. Y'all would have known druids wouldn't want you to burn things, but it's okay. Doesn't matter.
They've just been around me too long, since I burn everything.
All right, 1 second. And hey, all right. I'm going to. There. Who's left? Izra.
Do I see anything that I can hit?
Nope. Not without moving into the forest.
We said this is difficult terrain.
If you move into it, yeah, even with what they've done to it, but just in the typical forest on its own, it is because of its hampering the webs and all that. It is all difficult terrain.
Okay, now do I see anything?
Perception check in the tower, please.
Okay.
Negative.
Okay. So that's my movement. I will go ahead and do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Uh-oh.
I will go ahead. Before I get out of range, Well, do I want to cast that? I don't know. I'm gonna do my necrotic shroud.
Okay. What's up, Havoc? So that shroud just goes around you, right? There's your necrotic shroud.
Yes.
W, unleash divine energy. Everything goes ghostly. Instant you transfer any other creature from 10 feet of you. Must succeed a crazy save and throw be frightened from you. You do not feel anything within your area, just so you know.
Okay.
You're on the free there, but it is now for 1 minute. You got the shroud all over you. Okay. You added it to yourself twice.
There's like 3 different effects in
Oh,
here.
no. So one of them is, you're not, yeah, you just gave yourself frightened. Hold on. You want to, let me remove this off a second. So you're going to do necrotic shroud. You're going to put that, the what is on yourself, showing that you have it. And then if something comes in contact with you, you're going to throw the charisma save on them. And if they fail it and all that, then they get the frightened put on them. Okay.
Well, what's with the damage 10 necrotic?
There's damage there. That's they take.
That one would go on me too. It says self.
Oh, it is self. Oh, my bad. Okay, yeah. Would you throw that on you? My bad.
Cool.
During each time when you deal extra damage, when you deal the damage, that extra is what it is. That's what. Yep. Okay.
Amazing. And that's it for me.
Okay.
Come here, spiders.
Sorrow.
All right.
Yeah, Fury and Havoc know each other, apparently. He blows up tanks with us now. We brought him over to the rejects to blow up tanks.
Oh, gosh.
Awesome.
So she's going to move that way.
They're jealous. They're jealous, Havoc.
10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So she's just going to move the sphere straight forward 30 feet, bonus action. If the webs weren't clear before, clear now, whatever.
Well, the fireball got most of that. You just went through a bunch of ice, frozen over, burnout stuff.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Right.
Now you're making water. You're burning it all. You're melting all the ice now.
Melting everything around it.
It's raining on. It's raining on Izra.
And then she's gonna go ahead and summon her wildfire spirit next to the flaming sphere.
You've got him right. So he's on the. Do I need to put him right here, or the other side?
Hold on.
What are you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
About?
He's gonna be right there. He can only be 30 feet
On
away.
the potty? Oh, gotcha. Thank you. Yeah. At all times.
I do. Oh no, just when I summoned him.
When you first summoned, thank you. Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
And I wanted to make sure not to catch Izra on fire.
With him? Yeah, when you brought him in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He gets a little singed.
Yeah, it'd be rude.
Hey, what else?
Wildfire spirit see anything?
Nope.
All right.
Moss will, take a kind of position to look. Doesn't see anything. West.
Oh boy.
What are you crying about, old man? Wanna go potty? A second here. We're gonna stop here in a little bit. You step up to the husk of the right in front of you is that burnout husk of spider kind of twitching still. He's going,
can I see anything else?
A bunch of steam from the ice and the fireball mixing together. Your eyes were gloshing around in mud, bitching up a storm. Your armor's getting dirty.
I don't like it. Yeah, I don't want to go in. You know what? I'm gonna walk the rest of my distance this way.
Okay. Perception check when you walk up there, please.
Oh God. Perception. Here we
Oh,
go.
perception. Yeah.
Hold on. I have advantage with my thingy. My eyes.
Okay.
What do your elvish eyes see?
Well, as you begin to move up there, you begin to notice, there's pungent smoke that's coming, everywhere out from over the palisades and the walls, and it smells of blood. The trees that are closer, as you moved up, the closer ones, these trees are weeping what looks to be like red sap, and it kind of drops off the ground and splatters on you a little bit in your gear.
From these?
From the trees, yeah. Things? Yep. From the trees as you move through them. Yeah, those trees that are right. Not the spider trees, the trees on the right side.
Okay.
Okay. And as you got not those, that's the palisade. I'm talking about the trees that Moss and you were standing next to. Is that one you just passed along the pathway?
Oh,
that's the palisade.
Yes.
Yes. You begin to notice that they started to weep this red sap and kind of sprinkled on you a little bit. Would you stop nibble? We'll be okay. Along the side of the path, as you got close there, you begin to see these spikes. As you kind of see them there, you're noticing that they are sticking out of the ground, and they're impaled bodies line the way up to that entrance. They're various humanoid creatures are impaled on that. Plus, there's some that are impaled along the top entrance of the palisade. You also notice that there are vines that snake all through the palisades and the woods with these sharp thorns sticking out of them. And you see guarding the gate entrance are 4, not 2, but 4 Alsaids sitting there watching y'all as you
decimate the wildlife.
Exactly. Pretty much. Yep. They don't do anything else. They just watch. What are you crying about, dude?
Guys, kind of fucked up over here. Did we not notice all of the dead bodies?
Not until y'all guys start. The map, you got to remember, I got a big, it's a whole dig there, but as you moved up, y'all hadn't seen that until you got closer. Yeah. And why not surprise y'all?
There's a bunch of
So are we saying that these are bad druids and we need to kill the druids?
You don't know what the Alseeds are not druids themselves.
I don't know.
Tomato.
So,
I just feel like perhaps we are not helping the situation here.
Well, we don't like spiders.
Not saying the
and
spiders,
we like
are
spiders less than we
good.
like Alseeds, so.
anything else, Quest?
Okay. I guess I'll cast Fireball again.
Okay. Let me give you something to target. We'll just put another spider as a target in the combat tracker just for you to use.
Gotcha. Okay. And we do this.
They succeeded. Okay, so give me some damage, please.
So technically, can I see it or I can't see it?
You have no idea. No, you don't see anything. You just blasted into the trees. So
well, I wasn't sure if I was able to use a portent on it or not. But if I can't see it, then I can't.
You really can't see it. Yeah, you're blind blasting. So what I'm doing is checking out who you may or may not be hitting here. So Okay.
Half of 29 then.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Where's our boy you were targeting? That was this guy. Let's get rid of him. Okay. Okay.
I guess that will be my turn.
And
but
more
I do
smoke.
Make a point
Yeah. Yep. You've got.
of pointing out that like there's a bunch of dead bodies here, and the trees are bleeding. Maybe it's not good vibes.
Would not think so. Okay. Scurrying out of the tree line as you blast, you're going to see that right here. Where are they? Come on. Oh, I'm in. Wait. Oh, wrong dude. Bingo. What? Hold on one second. Niblet, what are you doing? Oh my god.
Niblet, no.
Oh, no, my 17-year-old dog is, let's just say he doesn't have much time left on this. He's having some type of fit. Wonderful. He may need to
I
go.
also have a 17-year-old dog.
Yeah. We're going to have to make
Sleep,
the call
though.
very soon. So he starts seeing things and losing his mind. All right. Okay. Scurrying out of the tree line right at you, Sorrow, is a swarm of spiders. And they basically shoot out of the tree line.
No, you're putting them at Quest, not Sorrow.
Oh, Quest. Sorry, the one who just did the fireball.
He meant
I meant Quest. Sorry, not Sorrow. Sorry, I meant Quest. Yeah, what she didn't want was she flushed out a swarm of spiders, and they basically swarm her. And they move. Basically, they're tiny creatures. A group of them come running, and they basically hop on Quest. Yes, isn't that awesome? I thought so too.
I'm full on screaming. Then I'm screaming.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I have a critical hit, don't I? Yes, I do. From Celtic Boar. So we're just gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and use it because someone who is afraid of spiders, they should feel the love of spiders. So there we go. So there are all those bites, and then or hit with piercing damage if this. Okay, yep. There you go. All these little bites.
I'm full on screaming like I'm being murdered.
Vix.
I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Oh God, help me!
I'm going to designate my party members as those who will not be harmed.
Yeah. Right. But that's
I'm going to move up to Quest.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let my little sugar plum fairy nightmares go at it with the swarm of spiders.
Well, then the Spirit Guardians, don't they form a circle? Isn't that the spell?
Yeah, but anything within the circle that
Gotcha.
surrounds me is going to get attacked by them.
Okay, so there's a 15-foot swarm now moving everywhere. I'm circling around you. Okay. Yep. All right. Well, they. So how do they attack? There you go. Thank you. Oh God, that was going to be a. Okay. And you give him some damage. Okay. All right. Got about half of them down, you think? Okay. But they're still crawling all over Quest.
Action. I don't have any bonus actions.
I thought that was
quite
quite
I can
apropos.
use right now. So I think that's going to be it from me.
Where is this one? Niblet, I'm going to get you in a second here, buddy. Where is he? Bam, bam. Okay. So this one, 5, 10, 15. All right. Isra, you will see a spider appear above your head, singed, quite singed from something. Yes, but it got smoke rising off of its body, but it will see what's going on, and will basically is going to fire a strand of web at you,
Okay.
hitting you. As an action, the target is attacked. The target is now restrained. You are now covered in web as it has encased you in its webbing from its bootay. And now is moving down to cocoon you, start to try to cocoon you. You will have a action in a second here to do something.
I have a question. Does the spider end its turn next to the sphere, the flaming ball of fire?
So how high up off the ground is that thing? Where is it in relation to see? Because you're taking a 5-foot square, but this forest is tall, and so how far up off the ground were you running this thing, or is it along the ground moving? So
I thought well, since there was nothing for it to burn, like the spider webs, that it would be down on the ground, moving across the icy terrain.
Then it does not, because it's above Isra.
Okay.
But we need to take that in relation. If you move it around, or even with your, even with your spirit, it's gonna in at a 5-foot radius around it that it sets stuff on fire and do things. So I need to kind of
when it does things like teleporting and stuff.
I just kind of what I will probably have to figure out is how far off the ground. You need to kind of let me know when it's we've got a distance now up and down to look at. So
okay, no problem.
Yeah. Lovely
That's why I was
geometry.
wondering if the spider was on the ground, then I would say
No,
it would be
it's
next to it.
no,
If
it's
not on the
she's
ground-
standing. No, it's above her head, but it's now reaching down to try to start cocooning her, but it's not on the ground. No.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Need to move there. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Isra.
I cast Misty Step as a bonus action and end up right here. And then I will attack these spiders.
Okay, well, but you're restrained right now. You're cocooned. Are you saying the Misty
Cocoon come with me?
Misty Step's just vocal. So
It is. It's just verbal.
So she doesn't need the use of her hands as long as she can speak.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about she's asking,
Yeah.
can she Misty Step herself out of the cocoon that's wrapped around her? And oh my
That's
God,
a gray area.
that is a huge area that I don't think everyone's ever asked me about that. That's a great question. You teleport. I would think that it takes it with you because your armor goes with you and all that other stuff. So, and this is on you. So
But it's not technically a part of me.
Neither is your clothes. Okay. You want to teleport out of you, because I mean that would be saying you would teleport and all your armor, everything you're wearing would be left there as a shell. And all of a sudden you're so I think the webs that's on you goes with you, and it hadn't started. It's just restrained. You can do the verbal part, which I have no problem with but you are still restrained, meaning you have to there is a check if you want to break the restraints and break it out and get rid of it. You have I need a strength check from you.
Okay.
Just got it. I was like going, that's a failure. Nope. Okay. So, boom.
She's pretty strong.
Yeah. But that is an action to do that.
Okay, so that's action, bonus action. I don't want to move, so I'm good.
Okay. we will hold there. So we're almost at the top of the hour. I'm going to hold y'all off so we don't go any farther here. And we'll hold for the night. So in the middle of combat, trying to edge it. We were going to get to this part and then hold before combat, but y'all needed a little action to do some stuff, have a little fun, but I didn't expect on losing Lori. Okay. That is where we'll
You're
postpone.
just gonna leave me.
I'm going to leave you there covered in a swarm of spiders. Yes. Yes.
Spiders.
Yes. You're
Don't
welcome.
worry, my little sugar plum fairy nightmares are just, they're grabbing at them and just fucking eating them and tearing their little heads off.
That's true. That's true.
This is
Okay.
horrifying.
No, it's not. This is great stuff. Okay. All right. Yes, we'll hold there.
Again, fear therapy.
Yeah.
Exposure therapy.
We are going to be what we
No,
say
I'm
off
having PTSD flashbacks now.
for 2 weeks. So we're back off again for a couple of weeks here. Not this next week we're off, but then the week after that is Greyhawk Con across multiple channels with Lord Gasumba, helming all this, and we are running a small little one shot for 5 players to participate in Saturday at 7. I think it's the game. I have to go look. I've got to get with them and get them all educated for streaming here on the channel. And then we'll be back for 2 weeks of streaming. And then we back off again for 2 weeks as I'm at Gamehole Con. And then the witches return here on the channel to do another night of divination. We'll be on the calendar with pendulums and some circles and some other stuff, some spell casting. And who knows what other stuff will happen that night. So that's it. So anything else, ladies, for y'all that are going on that we need to know about before we call it a night? You want to let the world know? Please tell us.
Come visit me at Northern California Renaissance Fair. For real. I'll be there tomorrow.
Do it.
I have to go to bed early tonight and drive in the morning. So come see me. Make it worth your time. I'll buy you some meat.
Free booze. You got it there.
As long as you're over 21, because I don't want to get
free meat.
That's right. Yeah, we'll who's running something? We'll raid over. I'll run our closing thing out and then we'll raid over to somebody. Thanks everybody watching. Good game as always, ladies. They continue on begrudgingly down their path that may not have been chosen for them, but they'll get through this. You know they will. We'll call it a night. Y'all be good and see you later.
The home of the 21st century. What will it be like? How will we choose to live in the next 34 years? We might fill our home with furniture like this. Our beds, tables, and chairs all made of paper. Our home may be lighted by electricity from fuel cells and the wood and leather of today replaced by chromium and plastic. Our favorite easy chair might be inflatable, like a huge balloon. The kitchen of tomorrow could look more like a laboratory than a place to bake a cake. Advanced technology already has begun to find a place in the home. With new developments in food preservation, a meal might be stored for years and then cooked in seconds under a barrage of high-energy radio waves. Robots may help us with our housework. It's all possible in the home of the 21st century.